Good morning. This morning I'm going to show you how I put figures in the terrier. Now I don't know whether it's due to the scaling not being correct or whatever, but what I use is Noch figures here. I undone the packet so they're going to come out, but I use Noch figures for my terriers. They're 8 and they're number 15282. So if I can show you here, hopefully it'll focus on the packet. And here you can see the figures, hopefully. They're so small, but they're ideal to go in the terrier. Anyway, what I will do is I will show you how I put them in. And what I use is, I use a pair of these bent tweezers. And here we keep our PVA glue in a pot. Anyway, let's get on with it and I'll put them in this locomotive for you. Thank you. The first thing you do with your man, your crew member, is you put glue on his feet. And I just put a little bit of PVA there on his feet and he's ready to go in the cab. Okay, I've got my tweezers and I'm not doing this too tight in the vise before some of you start to panic. And there's my first crew member. There he is, and you can see. Now what you do is I leave this for 10 minutes just so he dries, because if you start trying to put another crew member in and it's not dry and you're flicking around or he moves, then you're going to knock him. And what we're going to do, we're going to leave this for 15 minutes, then we'll come back and show you the other side. Right, what we're going to do now is, as said before in the previous chapter where we'd left the fireman to dry, we're going to move the locomotive round. There we go. And I'm going to put the driver in. Now this vise, before anybody panics, I'm crushing the locomotive. No, I'm not. It's just in here lightly and it's holding it. So we'll get our driver. As I said before, we just dip him into the glue. I don't know if this is going to be in focus, but however, you can work out, we've dipped him into the glue and I'm going to put him into the cab. For these, I'm using a slightly different tweezers because putting a driver in this is a little bit harder because there's so much going on there. I'm starting to struggle already, so let's turn him round on my tweezers. And if you find you're doing this and you get it wrong, don't be afraid to take the driver out because it's PVA glue, it's not going to damage anything, and I've put the driver in. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this round, hopefully without making the driver come out from where he needs to be. And there you can see the driver. I've put the driver in. But this vise, they're only holding the loco really, really lightly. I'm not crushing the body, I don't want to destroy it. And the driver is now in the cab. And all I'll do now is just wait for it to dry. Thank you. Going to give the loco a twirl so you can see the driver and the fireman. There you go. You can see there. And I think that looks pretty good. And as I say, I use Noch 15282 figures in my terriers. And there you go. And this vise is superb. I've only put it in lightly. And you'll see as I just undo it easily like that. Out the loco comes. With these rubber grips, it's more like a modelling stand. Thank you for watching. And I hope you've enjoyed seeing me struggle with the crew for this latest terrier I have. Thank you.